broadcast of OHSAA Tournament Volleyball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster Gymnasium where the Waynesfield-Goshen Tigers take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Kehoe Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Orchards Floor Center, and NKTelco. Along with Brandon Coverman, I'm Dave Kanapke. First round of tournament here in 2022. It's Minster against Waynesfield-Goshen. Minster the heavy favorite in this game. They come in here 10-12. The Waynesfield-Goshen Tigers, tough year. They're 4-17.
Yeah, 4-17. They come out the Northwest Central Conference for head coach here, Kelly Saracen, and they're 4-17. They've lost 8 in a row. Their last win was on September 15th against Ridgemont, playing up in the Northwest Central Conference. Had a little bit of a tough year. You know, you run into this sectional. If you're one of the lower seeds, you're going to face one of the the more premier teams in this district, and right away they get the Minster Wildcats.
Minster Wildcats this week ranked at number 19 in the state in Division 4, 10-12 in the season under Coach Gaming Garmin. And Brandon, you and I have watched them quite a few times together, and they show some flashes of real good and not so good, and that's been their season, really.
Yeah, and we've watched this team so many times. It's like we about know what to kind of expect out of this team. 10-12, and they're ranked 19th in the state. There's not too many teams that are going to be under 500 and ranked in the state, but this Minster team plays in a highly competitive MAC conference. They've shown flashes at times. They play in the toughest volleyball conference in the state. They only won 2 MAC games. But outside of that, they're 8-5 outside in non-conference play. So they've shown they're better than what their record indicates. They always play good competition. Then when you go in your non-conference, play schools like Fort Laramie, for example, or you dip your toes and play WBL schools. Lily Barhorse leading this team with 213 kills so far on the year. This team has a test here tonight. Can't look forward ahead to Marion Local, which I'm sure they're thinking of, but you got to beat Waynesfield here. It's a tournament, it's a clean slate for everybody, no matter what your record is.
Minster Waynesfield-Goshen tournament action here on NKTelco Sports. We'll be back. We'll take a pause for the national anthem and back with the starting lineups here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Kehoe Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome here back to Minster Gymnasium. We're getting ready for the number 3 seeded Minster Wildcats against the number 11 Waynesfield-Goshen. 10-12 for Minster, 4-17 for Waynesfield-Goshen. We'll be doing the Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineups shortly. They're doing the non-starters for the Tigers. Head coach for the Tigers is Kelly Searson. JV coach is Sydney Roberts. Now the starters for the Tigers. Bellafry, number 2. Number 5, Zara De Leon. Kira Fraley, number 16. 17, Taylor Ferragli. Taryn Tate, number 21. 25, Sammy Parker. Libero is Olivia Turner. 4-17, 2-5 in the NWCC conference. Now we'll do the Minster starting lineup as they do the non-starters. So you can see them turn towards the camera here, our key motion camera. Cami Garmin in her 12th year At the helm of the Wildcats. Wildcats have lost 3 of their last 4 games. At one time they were 5-2 early in it. Here's our Emerson Climate Technology starting lineups. Number 2, Carrie Heckman. Number 4, Macy Pringer. 5, Lily Ballhorse. 6, Kayla Lamb. 8, Elena Pringer. 10, Megan Fortman. The libero is number 7, Lindy Hemmelgarn. So the lineups are set. Both teams will shake each other's hands at the net. So you're getting ready for the game. That gives us a chance to talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Brandon, let's start with the Tigers.
First for Waynesfield-Goshen, they want quick blocking. When you're usually the underdog, you need to get to the net fast to try to limit the hitters in the front row. You want to limit unforced errors. You can't give Minster any extra chances. And you need a good first touch as well, so they want to pass well as well.
And now for the keys to the game for the Minster Wildcats.
They want to play at their level. They know what team they are. You know, when you're here at the postseason, this isn't the first week of August. You know what team you are. You've worked for this all year. They want to win the serve game. Coach Garman, and we're talking to her before the game, she said they liked that their serving was getting better. And she was high energy, lots of communication, and just some consistency too. When I did that game last week against New Bremen, first set, it was tight. They let New Bremen pull away, made it really tight. Second set, and then the third set, New Bremen, won pretty easily. But just for consistency, too, is big here for the Cats. Big game as we start tournament.
Again, those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizzas. The teams are lined up. In the front row is Megan Fortman, Lily Ballhorse, and Elena Pringer. In the back row, from left to right, you see Macy Pringer, Carrie Heckman, and the libero in the black jersey is Lindy Hemmelgarn. Try to catch up with the Tigers starting lineup. Let's get a chance. The Tigers will start us off when we're underway with tournament action here on NKTelco Sports. That won't go too long. That was hit too long by Sammy Parker. It's Elena Pringer will set and serve. She'll set all the way around as Addie Inskeep rotates in to join Barhorst and Fortman. Pringer's serve. Bumped there by the libero Turner. Dinked. Here's a hit over to Fortman. She will dink it. Covered by the Tigers. Close to the net there. Hit over by the Tigers. Fortman will hit it across. Turner, the libero, hits it. That's a hit and a kill there by Caitlin Ferraglia.
Ferraglia, I think it's actually.
Ferraglia.
Yeah. That's you take a look at that name and you're like, oh, I can't. that's hard to pronounce. Ferraglia, yeah. That's a tough one.
Serve across, dug by Barhorse. Pringer will go back to Barhorse. Right side, block back. Pringer will reset it, go over on 2 for the kill.
Nice job there, and just catching the Tigers napping right there. Tigers and Cats, oh my.
Tana Oldigus will come in the game. That's Barhorse back to serve. Lions and Tigers and Bears. We need Bears is all we need here.
No.
Then we get into oh my. Good serve by Barhorse. Hit across, dug by Hemmelgarn. Oldigus. Bumped across by the Tigers. Barhorse right to Pringer. Fortman right side attack. Covered by the Tigers. And there's play at the net by Inskeep. Ferragio. Then bumped across. Pretty long volley coming here off the blockers. And that will fall. Number 5 there is Zara De Leon with a kill.
Yeah, and right there, and some nice, good long volleys there. Waynesfield-Goshen and Minster both playing some nice defense here early.
De Leon will go back to serve. Dig by Hemmelgarn. Oldigus. Dig in the back row by the Tigers. Close to the net, back and forth. On the Wildcat side, it's Inskeep. That's blocked out of bounds. Addie Inskeep with his kill.
Nice job. She didn't get the best vertical really on it, but went right off the blocker's hands for her first kill of the night.
Little mix-up on who's supposed to go in and out, and Kayla Lamb goes in, replacing Megan Portman. That is Lamb, who just came in, blocks the hit by the Tigers.
Yep, nice job just reading the defense there and gets the point for Minster.
A little different lineup for the Wildcats. Usually Lamb and Inskeep are totally opposite from each other. Now they're in the front row together. And that's a nice serve by Lindy Hemmelgarn.
And, you know, they played, Waynesfield-Goshen so far has played some pretty good defense. So that ace right there, hopefully a sign of a thing to come for the Cats.
Hemmelgarn drops it in there. As you see that serve just drop to the floor. 6-2 lead for the Wildcats.
One of the changes we talked about the other week that happened on the senior night, the game that we covered, is Hemmelgarn's the libero now. And she hadn't been the libero until just about 2 weeks ago. So,
yeah, last year she was a libero, but then just played defensive specialist, and she's done a nice job at that. Oliga's just shot out of bounds. I thought it might hit a blocker, but no. Referee's point. Wildcat way. Serve for the Tigers. Just 4 wins on the season. Go through some of their wins that they've had. Pranger sets Lamb. Nice bump in the back row. There's a dink, and it falls there by number 21, Taryn Tate.
And Waynesfield-Goshen showing some resistance here so far. Again, Minster tinkering with some lineups, probably trying to figure out what works best.
Struggle a bit on that, and Hemmelgarn will bump it out of bounds. So 3 in a row here by the Tigers, and they're within 1. Served by Barhorse. Pranger will dink it over in 1. Nice hit there by the Tigers. There's Inskeep will hit it from the right side for the kill.
Inskeep now 2 kills for the sophomore middle blocker.
Macy Pranger will insert herself into the lineup, will serve. Junior back row specialist, was libero earlier in the year. Looks over to Coach Garman for the sign of the zone to serve it to. And hits it outside the zone. Side out to the Tigers. It'll be their libero, Olivia Turner, will serve. Into the front row, number 16, Kira Fraley. Hemmelgarn will set over to Lamb. Able to get it over, dink by Lamb. Again at the net, Lamb with a nice block.
She came out of nowhere, too, to make that block. What a play by the junior Kayla Lamb.
Lamb on the season is second in kills at 2.1 a set. She's third in blocks at 38. She's behind Inskeep with 51 and Barhorse has 48. Pretty strong hitting team for the Wildcats. That's a free ball for the Wildcats. See if they take advantage. They'll go to Barhorse, and that's a good way to take advantage.
And I think that, too, that mixes up the speed a little bit there for Minster. You were giving the ball, to other players. Now you get it to your big hitter there and get a big booming kill.
9-6 Wildcats here in the first set of this tournament game. Glad you're along here on NKTelco Sports. Close to that and hit over by Pranger. Hit across by the Tigers. Pranger wrap around the Lamb. She'll dink it. It's blocked out of bounds.
You've seen Minster run that slide play more and more as the season progressed for Lamb. Like we said, it's a hard play to guard when it's executed correctly.
That gives the Wildcats a 10-6 lead. Hannah Oldigas serves. Bumped across. Pranger. Lamb again. Nice hit on that play. She kind of changed her foot that she was jumping off, it seemed like.
Yeah, it was an odd angle there, and she has 2 kills, 2 termination blocks to start. What a start for the junior.
stretches the lead to 11-6. Be a set over to Fraley. Pranger's there to Pranger. Dink by Kayla Lamb. And Lamb's been dominant this rotation through the front row.
Yeah, hot hand here, and now a timeout from Waynesfield.
12-6 here early in the set one. You're watching Tournament Volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Coming out of this Precision Strip timeout by the Tigers, Minster has them doubled up 12-6.
Yeah, Kayla Lamb, great start for her. 3 kills, 2 termination blocks. Coming out here and asserting their dominance here early. The big thing is just to keep the pedal down here.
Oldigas continues to serve. Has served quite a few in a row. It's bumped across by Parker. That ball's just outside the line. Another point for the Wildcats.
And one thing different we do have here is we have 4 OHSAA officials, on parent volunteers on the line. So we're in the tournament now, so more officials available. Trying to make everything more accurate.
Overpass put away by Barhorst.
Nice job there by Lily, just reading the defense. They're getting her second kill.
14-6. Minster 10-12 on the season. Have lost 3 of their last 4. They lost to Fort Recovery, beat Houston, then 2 tough battles. They lost last week to the COMAC champions, New Bremen and Coldwater, as Lamb with another block.
Yeah, I was on the call for that game against Fort Recovery with you, and then did that game against New Bremen. Obviously, that Fort Recovery one was a tough, tight 5-set match, and New Bremen, the number 1 ranked team in the state in Division 4. So a tough week, I mean, really, but Minster wouldn't want it any other way getting ready for a tournament in this tough D4 district.
Bumped across there by Pranger. Parker with a hit. 2 blockers on there. Is either Barhorst or Lamb. You pick one, Brandon.
I think probably Barhorst actually got the most of it there. You know, we give out those half kind of a block assist to put BA there. But I think Barhorst got the most of it.
Hannah Oldigas has served a whole bunch in a row. I think it was about 8-6 when she started. And there's a block. I think Barhorst got that one as well.
Yep, and again, give the block assist also to Lamb as they both go up. But Lamb has now been involved. 3 solo blocks, 2 block assists, and 3 kills. So what a start for her.
17-6. Junior Hannah Oldigas drops one right in the middle of the court.
And kind of now what we saw, this early scrappy offense from Waynesfield-Goshen seems, you know, kind of lost now.
Another Precision Strip timeout by the Tigers to give us an opportunity to let us thank our sponsors. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Brandon, this gives us a little bit of time to look at the brackets in Division 4. The Walpock District, that's an unusual district for volleyball at least. The winner of this game will play the number 2 seeded Marion. Also on this same side of the bracket, the Knoxville Rangers playing at home tonight.
Yeah, New Knoxville taking on Perry, or they'll take on Perry if they win over Fairview tonight. I mean, that game's, they're on the road. But New Knoxville playing well as of late, actually. They've won a handful of games down the stretch after not a great start. So that could be a team that could win a couple tournament games here.
There's a nice hit there by, I think it's Avery Meeks, number 30.
Yep.
Yeah, tough road for the Rangers after you lose your entire team. That's not only a lot of seniors, best team ever in Knoxville.
Yeah.
And you start, and they have recovered, have rebounded. Madison Lammer's done a nice job with a young team.
She has.
Pass over to Barhorse, bumped across. Pranger to Pranger. Good save there by Lamb. Barhorse will hit it down.
Boy, that's a nice angle. And Barhorse has sometimes struggled to hit a ball like that. But I'll tell you what, the other game against New Breed, she didn't have the volume of kills she usually did, but she's hitting the ball a lot more precisely. And I've seen a lot of improvement the last 2 weeks from Lily Barhorst on that.
Seemed like she went through a bit of a slump in the middle of the season, but there's a lot of talent there, and there's a lot of power in that serve by Kayla Lamb.
And Lamb just a great night here so far all around.
Minster at one time early in the season was 5-2, and then they had a tough stretch. Played some of the best MAC teams, lost 6 in a row. Then they won 4 or 5, and then they turned around and lost 3 or 4 to end it. Another service point there, this time or by Kayla Lamb as she continues to serve.
Boy, you can't have much of a better stat line in one set than Kayla Lamb. 3 kills, 2 aces, 2 block assists, and 3 solo blocks. That's stuff in the stat sheet.
Hit across, and Lamb will come up for the bump. Barhorse with the hit. Hit there by the Tigers. Push deep. Blocking it again by Barhorst. That is hit across there by De Leon. Fortman's goes too long.
And that's not her spot usually. She hits out the right front usually.
We talked about the little bit different lineup. Right now, Minster has Fortman on the left side. They have Barhorst in the middle. So a little different rotation is now Pranger switches to the back row. Talked about the 2 middles are kind of within the same place. Now one of the middles, Inskeep comes in. So Coach Garman's kind of tweaked her lineup all year long, just trying to find the right one. At one time they had 2 setters, a 6-2 offense. They've gone with 5-1 offense with Pranger setting. And there's Barhorse slamming. Doesn't matter who the setter is when Lily's hitting like that.
Yeah, and the ball looks so much more precise. It's just going down right away. It's just sinking. That's such a hard ball to catch up with. Her hitting has improved, I think, really well over the past few weeks.
23-8. Tigers able to get it over in 3. Pranger will go to Hemmelgar in the back row. The libero with an opportunity to swing.
I don't know if you ever played or watched CYO basketball, but I think that's like the point where you start seeing those full court shots or under the legs type things that just get you to laugh a little bit.
I was a CYO All-Star back in my day. It's a few years ago. Hit across for the Tigers, number 17. Taitlin Bararja. Nice
like
player.
You're in saltwater.
Tall player. She also set. Barhorse, powerful hit. And the Tigers able to get it over on the 3rd hit. Pranger will back set it to Fortman from the right side. Fortman with a nice kill.
And that's her spot right there, that right front. She's effective out of, and now puts Minster on the brink of game point.
Lily Barhorse to serve with a 24-10. Hannah Oldigus into the front row. So it was close early, but Minster is pulled away as expected as the number 1 seed. Barhorst. De Leon with the hit. Pranger sets Oldigus. That will sail wide. Tigers survived the first set point. De Leon back to serve. 24-11. Hit across by Oldigus. Hit that will be wide, and that will be the first set will go to the Wildcats on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster wins set 1, 25-11. We'll be back with the second set when we return on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
First game goes to the Wildcats, 25-11 on our First National Bank scoreboard, as they pretty well dominated. After a little bit of a slow start, they took it from there.
Yeah, it was 8-6 at one point. Cats close it out there, 17-5 run. Lily Barhorse, 4 kills to lead this team, 2 block assists for her, 3 kills for Kayla Lamb, 2 aces, and three blocks, solo blocks, 2 block assists. Kill from Megan Fortman, 2 from Addie Inskeep, and an ace from Anna Oldegas. So a very nice first set, well-rounded for the Wildcats, and they're trying to tinker with some things right here. And a good start for Coach Garman's team.
So Lennon Pringer will be serving this time as Minster will serve in set 2. They're the higher-seeded team able to get the home game, and there'll be an ace by Pringer.
It's one of the nice, unique things that, happen. Tomorrow night I'm going to be calling a game in Troy. For example, Rougie, who's the 1 seed in that super sectional, they don't get that home game.
Yeah.
So kind of something unique up here in the Northwest District. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's been about 5 years they did that. It gives for the second, what used to be the sectional, is that one doesn't make it across. Inskeep at the net is first 2 rounds. Well, the first round is the better seeded. The second round is there's 2 games at the higher seeded team.
Yeah.
So the 2 games. If Minster wins here, the 2 games will be at Marion. It'll be New Knoxville, probably New Knoxville Perry in the first game and Marion Minster in the second game. And it's kind of nice too. Then you have everything at one place. You kind of build a crowd. Somebody can watch both of them. And so it's they will change the call. They say it was a touch on the hit there by the Tigers. So side out will go, and Kiera Fraley will serve for the Tigers. Pringer to Inskeep. Fraley with a nice hit from the back row. De Leona's blocked back. Fortman battled the net. Hit over by Hemmelgarn. There's Inskeep off. There's Addie Inskeep with a kill.
Yeah, 3rd kill for Inskeep. Again, nice, just solid, consistent player all year for Minster.
3-1 as Willie Barhorse rotates back to serve. In the front will be Hannah Oldegas, getting some playing time. She's been in and out of the lineup, or in and out of the rotation, I should say, as Coach Garman has tried to tweak the lineup. She's been starting the last couple in there as that sails too long. Minster on the season, their serving is at 89%, not a super high percent. It's always that balance between aggressiveness and risk-reward, so to speak. There's a back set to Inskeep. Nice hit in the middle by sophomore Addie Inskeep.
She just had to come across and just flick that over, and she did. Nice 4th kill for Addie.
This Minster team only has 2 seniors on the team. One of them serving right now is Lindy Hemmelgarn. Another one is Kylie Williams. See if she gets an opportunity to come into the game. Also, her sister, Kirsten Williams, was moved up to varsity, so 2 sisters get to play for the first time on the same squad. So
it's nice.
So we'll see if one or both of them get an opportunity. We'll see how the next couple sets play out. Now they got to take care of business. There's a hard hit from the back row by Barhorst. Nice bump set over to Fortman. Oldegas hits it
in the net.
Call They'll call Oldigus in the net.
Good call, actually, right there. It was close, but I think the right call was made.
4-4. Dig by Barhorse. Pranger sets Lamb, and Kayla Lamb with some nice hits tonight.
Oh, boy, she's been really smooth today. 4 kills now for her. Just, again, that solid balance tonight for the junior.
Macy Pranger, junior defensive specialist, into the game. Minster on the season has had 6 5-set games, which is a really high number. Teams usually only have about 1 or 2, and they've had 6 of them.
And I think I've had 3 of them on here because I had Fort Recovery, Graham, and Marmy.
Yeah, they played Sydney early. I had that one. I had a couple of those with you. I should have looked at the record. I'd say they were probably about 3-3, maybe 4-2 on those. And as early they were winning, other than the Laramie game. This dig by Barhorst. Oldigus hits it flat-footed, but not enough. Side out to the Tigers.
And this is kind of similar to the start that they had in the first set, too. You know, it was 6-4, 6-5 in that range before they got on that run that they did to put the game away, make it 25-11.
Olivia Turner served it. Dig by Hemmelgarn. Barhorse powers it from the back row.
Again, she just looks more comfortable hitting from the back row than she did. Maybe wasn't as effective as some other hitters in the area would, like Olivia Highcamp, for example. But her hitting from behind the 10-foot line has come a long way since the beginning of the season. Very impressed with it.
Oldigus with the serve. It'll be a double hit on the Tigers. Tigers 4 wins on the season. They beat Corey Rosin in their opener. They defeated Triad, Marion Elgin, and Ridgemont. Ridgemont was their last win back on September 15th. They've lost their last 8 matches. Hit by Parker. Kill by Sammy Parker.
And that's Parker's first kill here. Tate Feralgia with 2 kills. A couple others spread out with 1.
Tigers 2-5 in the NWCC. As Carrie Heckman comes back in the lineup, replacing Oldigus. She'll play back row. Bump by Hemmelgarn. Lamb with another hit.
And she's the answer tonight. 5 kills now for her, tying for the team high.
And we will have Addie Inskeep will come into the front row, along with Pranger and Barhorst. Tigers are 2-5. They ended up finished tied for 6th in the NWCC. We'll try to get through their league standings when we get an opportunity. That'll be bumped across. Chance here for the Tigers. Bumped there by Turner. De Leon will bump it across. Wrap around. Fortman with the slam.
That was nice. Actually, Inskeep right there. Her 5th kill. They hadn't tried that wraparound play with her, but just, trying something new. Pretty cool.
10-6 here in the first set. Minster won 25-11. A similar set as this one, as he got off to a little bit of a slow start and took advantage. De Leon with a bump to Inskeep with the kill. Addie Inskeep.
And 6 kills now for her, a team high tonight for the sophomore.
11-6. Kayla Lamb continues to serve, junior middle hitter. We'll see a lot of these same players next year. A lot of juniors. I think there's 8 juniors on the team. I think we'll go outside the antenna.
And you talked about it early on in the season. I know we were doing a broadcast, and I think it was you that mentioned the MAC is very veteran heavy this year. With, like, for example, Marion Local, a lot of seniors. So maybe there's a chance next year for Minster to make a nice move in that MAC standings.
Yeah, see if they can take that. Yeah, Parkway also a very senior-heavy team. Coldwater has a share of seniors, as does St. Henry. We'll have another timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. Give us another opportunity to thank some more of our sponsors. Brick Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Sice Freedom Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank. Our sponsors here, along as our Keys to the Game sponsor, Keyhole Pizza. Our starting lineups was brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies, All our timeouts this year brought to you by Precision Strip. Brandon and I will pick a NKTelco player of the game. And then Minster Live View sponsors Borchers Floor Center on our First National Bank scoreboard. The second set, Wildcats up by 7.
Yeah, and Minster, I think now getting more comfortable in the service game. I think Waynesfield-Goshen's played scrappy the first couple points, and then Minster's just kind of settling in and finding their groove here early on.
And congratulations to the New Bremen Cardinals and the Coldwater Cavaliers. They both finished this season at 8-1, tied for the co-championship. I think it's the third ever for Coldwater. I think it's like the fifth for New Bremen.
Yeah, it's back-to-back for them at least.
Yes. There's a block by Barhorst.
Yeah, and we about had tri-champs too.
Marion was right there and
lost to Versailles.
Lost to Versailles on Tuesday night. Otherwise, it'd been tri-championship.
Yeah. And you don't have that too often in sports. I'll tell you what, my senior year of baseball, both years, Anna, Fort Laramie, and Russia, we were tri-champs for baseball, but you don't see that very often.
No, it's you got to have a chance where one team beats three of them. Usually is a chance.
Yeah.
All three of them beat each other.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty rare. And there is a perfect serve by Kayla Lamb in the far corner.
Again, adding to the fantastic night. Third ace for her.
16-6 in the second set. Yeah, there's a lot of... We'll see how many MAC champions or MAC teams make it to the state tournament or very far, as there is now 7. So that one goes wide. There are 7 different teams ranked in the state rankings. So we have 4 of them in 3 of them in Division 2. That goes in Division 4. New Bremen's number 1, Marion's number 2, Minster's number 19. Also Jackson Center, Russia, and Fort Laramie's in that mix as well. And then in Division 3, Coldwater, Versailles. I think Versailles is 3rd. And Coldwater is 4th. St. Henry and Parkway are all ranked, and 3 of those are in the same district. Nice hit by Barhorse, blocked by Parker. Parker another with a chance to get a hands on it.
I think you mentioned it, Dave, a while back. Usually that Division 4 sectional, it's loaded this year. But usually we say most years the Division 4 sectional is usually more loaded than the Division 3. Now, we had a little bit of change this year with the Division 3 moving up, St. Henry and Parkway. So some of those teams that usually are in Fort Recovery, some of those teams that usually are Division 4 moved up to Division 3. Both sectionals extremely loaded, though.
Yeah, we had 2 different Division 4 districts last year. That one's long. That featured MAC teams, and they ended up, because of that, it was an all-MAC final where you had New Knoxville beating St. Henry in 4 in the state finals.
Boy, that Division 3, that's in recent memory. I think this is the most loaded Division 3 section when you got St. Henry, Coldwater, Ottawa, Glandorf up there, Parkway. Even Fort Recovery could be a sneaky team up there.
Coldwater's number 1, Parkway's number 2, and there's a hit by the Tigers.
Yep.
And Parkway's 2, St. Henry's 3, but St. Henry just beat Parkway last week.
Yeah.
At Parkway. Then you have OG at 4. So if you win that district, that is the Kalida district in Division 3. If you win that one between those 4 teams, you earn that.
Boy,
that's regionals are going to have to seem easy. I have no idea where they'll run into a regional, but it's got to be relatively easy compared to that district.
Yeah, and Versailles too will be down there in the Southwest District. A very solid team too.
Nice block there by Inskeep in the middle. And then in the Division 4, it's in the Walpock District, which that's the first time I ever remember district volleyball being at Walpock. It's been at Van Wert.
That's true.
It's been in Coldwater years ago. It was in Bluffton and Kalida, and it's been all over the place of late. But
I remember doing a year in Bluffton 3 years ago. I do remember doing a Minster game in Bluffton.
Yeah, Bluffton. Yeah, it's been Bluffton. I know it's been Kalida, Van Wert several times. I think last year was Van Wert, and there's a nice serve by Elena Pranger. But Walpock, who's for years has been Division IV basketball, boys and girls, which is a great location for the schools they have.
Yeah, it's perfect, Yeah,
New Bremen, Minster, New Knoxville, and Marion, and then you have a lot of the teams like Waynesfield-Goshen. There's another ace by Pranger, and she'll be serving for set point here.
Yeah, and you got Ridgemont, too. Yeah, it's a Waynesfield-Goshen, other schools that round out in the NWCC that do trickle out and fill out that sectional right there. Lima Perry sometimes. And
Yeah, Lima Perry finished second. Lima Temple Christian first. We'll recap those in the next set. Hit by Parker. Bump set by Hemmelgarn. Nice one to Barhorse, and Lily takes care of business, as do the Wildcats, as they prevail in the second set, 25-8. We'll be back with the third set when we return on NKTelco Sports.
We are here. And here. And here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Welcome back for the third set as Minster wins the first two sets, 25-11 and 8. Look at some of the numbers here with Kobe.
Yeah, and taking a look here, Lily Barhorse, 6 kills. Addie Inskeep, 6 kills. The best well-rounded player has been Kayla Lamb, 5 kills, 3 aces, 5 either block assist or solo blocks. This team just really well-rounded, hitting on all cylinders, trying to close this out. Like I said, a tournament, you don't want to overlook anyone. You know you're the clear favorite, but they have played really well here these first two sets.
Change in the third set, senior Kylie Williams getting the start in the front row, number 13. She's on the left side, so opportunity for senior to get some playing time here, as there's a kill there by the Tigers. So Kylie Williams and Lindy Hemmelgarn, the only 2 seniors on this team. So they'll get an opportunity here in the third set, at least, to play part of this third set. And Barhorse puts it down.
Boy, the precision on those shots has been so sharp tonight. And I just complimenting her on the way she struck the ball.
Lena Pranger will rotate back. She's been running the offense tonight that has been dominant here as Megan Fortman to the front row. It's joined Williams and Barhorst. Hard serve. That will be bumped out of bounds. Another ace by Elena Pranger.
Boy, it's good Minster serving, too. And you wonder over the course of the season, too, we talk about how dominant, the Minster schedule in the MAC is. You wonder if Waynesfield-Goshen sees this type of serving every night.
Yeah, well, look, they're in the NWCC. They're in between the next 2 points. There's an ace. NWCC was won by Lima Temple Christian, 7-0, 19-3 overall. Lima Perry, 6-1, 16-6. Ridgedale at 5-2. Upper Soda Valley at 3-3. Elgin at 2-4. And then Waynesfield-Goshen and Hardin Northern at 2-5. And Ridgemont in the basement of the NWCC. Lima Temple Christian, the number 4 seed in this district, and then Perry is the number 5 seed. Perry is on the same side of the bracket as Minster, so if they would keep winning, they would play each other, and that was bumped into the basketball. Winner of this game will play the number 2 seeded Marion Local Flyers, and it's pretty rare to see what would be the sectional final, to see a 2 versus 3, but
yeah,
that's what it's looking for. And there's a hit by Barhorst. And that's how the 2 teams kind of lined it up. They wanted to go each other. Marion won it in 3 sets. They won the first set pretty easy. And then the next 2 sets, Minster played them really well. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I think it was 30-28. Marion won the second set. In the third set, they won like 27-25. Minster played very well. They actually had more kills in the second and third set in that match, which has been over a month ago, but they didn't win them. So I think Minster feels like they match up with Marion pretty well. Yeah. Marion has a big advantage of playing in the hangar, which is a unique gymnasium these days.
One of my favorite to do a game. It's just kind of a little darker. I don't know. It's got, a lot of these bigger high school gyms, they lose that high school community type feeling. But the hangar definitely has it.
Well, there's a nice hit for Erjo. And it's definitely the biggest thing is it's a shorter ceiling.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. Everything else is just the stands are closer, much closer than you have. They're much further away here in the newer gyms.
Yeah.
Williams with the hit.
And growing up in Rouge too, if you've ever been to the Clarestino gym, I've always come accustomed to, I guess, liking those gyms where you sit on top of the game. That's always been me.
Yes, I agree with you.
I'm just in favor of those smaller gyms where everyone's so packed in.
Yeah, that gym in Knoxville's the barn.
Yeah,
some of my favorite ones. St. Henry is really a big gym, but kept the small gym feel.
Atmosphere. Yeah,
is because they actually built in St. Henry. They built that gym to seat 1,400, and then the bids came in low.
Yeah,
so they put in 2,000 seats of bleachers, and when you get up to the in the rafters, you're literally in the rafters.
It's kind of like if you ever go to a college game and
sit by ball horse.
I've been to college games where I've sat up at the top level, like college basketball games. You sit up in those top levels, and it's like, wow, it's like I'm watching on TV. But it's a cool feeling. Like I think it's so unique. And that's something someone should do, and it's put together power rankings and like the MAC, the Shelby County, the WBL, some of the best gyms around here. There's a lot of them that I like going to. I love being here at Minster.
It's a great hit by Foreman. You also have the Vatican at Delphi St. John. That's
I've
a very
been
unique.
There.
Oh, you got to make a trip up there.
But I've seen pictures, so I can kind of get the glimpse from just.
It's definitely a lot of wood, the old wood bleachers.
Yeah.
And, I have never been to like the Supreme Court up in Ottawa, Glandorf. You hear a lot of things about that, and they have such a tradition there. And I like the Russia gym, Fort Laramie's gym, but Russia has that small gym feel. There's another kill by Lamb.
Well, and two, being a Russia community, they're voting on potentially a new gym up here in a couple of weeks. So there's a possibility that the Clarestino Gymnasium may be just a junior high gym here in a few years, possibly, depending on the levy. So
and New Knoxville's just gone through a nice renovation of the barn. 2.0 is Hemmelgarn with the kill. Of course, they're still keeping the same high school gym, but I haven't been over there yet since they've done it.
It's nice, very nice. It's just basically an addition onto the end. It could. I did a quad match up there, and you could see the one quad game going on the other side while I was doing the games on the varsity side. It was pretty cool. Nice little thing. It'd be nice for like AAU tournaments, JO tournaments, things like that.
Yeah, it's a neat how the New Knoxville community has rallied around the barn 2.0. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about the whole. So credit to everybody involved with that. There's a nice block on the Lamb attack. Fortman with a hit from the right side. Free ball to Cross. Pranger will go to Lamb, and Lamb with a left-handed dink.
Lamb now 7 kills. Solid game for her. 3 aces and 5 total blocks.
Macy Pranger will come in to the contest.
Also, another gym I haven't mentioned, Anna.
Yeah.
I do love Anna, and I had a classmate of mine. I mentioned he's a very good basketball player at Russia, and he said, what gym did you hate playing in the most? Anna. Anna, he said, was the hardest gym to play in.
Yeah. You have the Coliseum at Botkins.
Yeah.
And you have Jackson Center, definitely the old style gym, and they've done a lot of renovations on that. The whole school looks really nice there, and we have Key Motion there, so we're streaming games at Jackson Center. So had the opportunity to go there a couple times this year, and
And Botkins pick up key motion as well.
Yes.
We're looking at a lot of basketball. It'll be fun this winter. We see a lot of good schools.
We just had the winter schedule come out. Our producer extraordinaire, Scott Robinson, came out with it. We'll be having a lot of games, also covering a lot of Ohio Northern basketball. And there's a wraparound play. Kayla Lamb with the kill. 9 now for her. Minster, again, just pulling away. And you like the focus that they've had. Not really looking ahead to Marion, as some, may be, but they're playing well here tonight. I think also I'm sure the coach wanted to have a home game and wanted to, after 2 losses last week, albeit good competition, get some confidence, get into some rhythm here, and they have definitely hit the ball hard, and hopefully this is a nice tune-up for them going into the game at the Hangar on Thursday. We still have some business to do here. Yeah. Still have 11 points to take care of, but in control here in the third set. Well, it's like, it's like I said too, you end with those tough games, and being 10-12, like I said, there's not too many teams that would be ranked in the state polls, but that's just the respect that the MAC gets due to the success that they've had. And in Minster, I really think if you really do look at it, some of the top 20 teams in Division 4, Minster does fit that mold, so I do have to agree with it. Macy Pranger continues to serve with a 15-7 lead. Bump by Hemmelgarn. Pranger will set Olagus, not ever make it across. Replay of this game will be at November 2nd at 9 p.m. and this second replay will be Sunday, November 6th at 3 p.m. You can always check our schedule on NKTelco.com/sports. Also, there's more games you can watch on demand at YouTube and Facebook. Glad you've been watching a lot of games this year as Lamb with another successful attack. So Olagus will go back to serve. We're scheduled to be covering the games of the Walpock District. As into the game is number 12, Lydia Mesher, into the front row. Olagus, and there's Lamb with another hit. Kill. Boy. What a night from her. 17-8. Lydia Mesher saw some action earlier in the season and playing from the right side. She's now playing left side. Another junior on this team. There's going to be a lot of competition going into the next season as Olagus with an ace. A lot of aces for the Wildcats tonight. 1, 2, 5, 8, 13, 15 of them. We'll take a precision strip timeout. You're watching Tournament Volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Coming out of the precision strip timeout by the Tigers. It's been all Minster as they look to close it out here in the third set.
Yeah, just again, smooth sailing here for the Cats and playing very well.
Maddie McClurg comes in the lineup, number 22, another junior in the front row with her classmates Mesher and Lamb. De Leon with a hit. Nice attack there by Zara De Leon.
Second kill for her. One of the seniors on this team, along with Kennedy Bigelow, Kiera Fraley, and Sammy Parker. 4 seniors for Waynesfield-Goshen. Waynesfield-Goshen, not a very big school either.
Brooklyn Osterloh coming into the game. She will be setting She has a great serve. She's still in the league leaders with aces, and
Yeah.
she was one of the setters early in the year on the varsity teams. Been playing JV a lot lately, but
Yeah, she won her NKTelco Player of the Game first game of the year against Graham. That 5-set comeback that they had, you and I did on opening
yeah,
day.
she had like 5 aces at key points. She will go. There's an overpass, a little bit too long, and another point for the Wildcats.
Oh, I must have called a tip at the net.
Tip of the net will register a kill for the Tigers. Well,
I thought it was pretty
Garmin's-
clearly out. I don't think you tipped the finger.
Yeah, usually you don't hear the coach. Usually a player has to come over. It's a not heated at all, just a conversation, really, just trying to get clarification from the head official. And
yeah, I thought it didn't make contact at all.
So 18-10 in the third set. That will go into the net. Point for the Wildcats. Coming in the game will be Kylie Williams, the senior, into the front row. Kayla Lamb will serve. Hit by Turner, now across by De Leon. Williams with a hit, block back. Osterloh will set Mesher. De Leon will dink it. Osterloh, Lamb will bump it. McClurg from the right side drops it over the net. Manny McClurg.
Hey, home cooking right there, I guess. But you get the nice little tip of the tape, and there you go. Cats doubling up the Tigers, 2010.
Coach Garmin the opportunity to get some other players in. McClurg was playing some right side early in this season as well, and right now it registers a kill in a last home game that will be for Minster this year. That one will go into the net, 21-10.
You know, that senior night didn't go the way they intended it to with that loss to Fort Recovery, but kind of a little chance to redeem yourself. Say, hey, last home game we had, we won.
Yeah.
But kind of a nice way to redeem yourself for the Wildcats.
As Kayla Lamb continues to serve. And we are on our schedule. We are covering the games at Marion Local. It's Mesher, and we're currently scheduled to cover the games of the Walpock District. So as long as our NKTelco teams, and we're checking our schedule, we're covering some Southwest District ones tomorrow night, and some at Troy, and cover our Shelby County League teams as well. And they got an opportunity to make some noise between Fort Laramie and Russia. Russia's been to the regional, 5 years in a row?
Yes, 5. Yeah.
There's a nice hit there by Kylie Williams with the kill. Senior able to get a nice hit in the middle.
Yeah, and then we're also covering Lehman versus, tomorrow night it'll be Dayton Jefferson versus Russia.
In the front row is Candace Bergman, and into the front row as well as Kirsten Williams getting to play along her sister. Freshman getting her first varsity action. This is cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I'm sure the parents are getting some pictures here, and that'll be bumped across. There's Bergman. We'll set Kylie Williams. Attack of the net. There's Heckman. They'll set Mesher. Covered in the back row by the Tigers. Block back and down.
Raja.
Kill. Like Brandon says, with the kill. She's been a pretty solid player, number 17 for the Tigers.
Yeah, she has been. Tomorrow night, I'll have Dayton Jefferson and Russia versus Lehman and Mississinawa down there in Troy.
Talking about Shelby County League, Fort Laramie and Russia tied it again this year as both teams won on their matchup. As there's a kill by Lydia Mesher. Both teams won. Shelby County League, you play each other twice.
Yep.
Fort Laramie and Russia won on their other team's court.
Yeah. I actually got to watch the end of that Russia-Laramie game after I watched the Minster and Bremen game. I drove home and they were still playing. So it was a good ending. Well, I'll tell you what, that Laramie team, very young.
Yes, they have. John Rogers, as always, has them playing. They've been in district something like 14 years in a row, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is match point as Lydia Mesher trying to serve it out, and it will go at least one more point. Right now the lineup is Williams, Bergman in the front row, Oldigus, Hemmelgarn, and Mesher in the back row. I think everybody has gotten into the game for the Wildcats. Hemmelgarn to Bergman, across. Candace Bergman with the last point for the Wildcats as they win on our First National Bank scoreboard. Final score 25-11, 8-13. The Wildcats go to 11-12 on the season. They will play on Thursday night at the hangar in Marion Local. They'll play their rival, the Flyers, in the second game. The first game be the winner in the Knoxville and Fairview. Will play the number 5 seed Perry. Again, that's on Thursday night. We will have that game on NKTelco Sports. And right now, I'd like to let you know this game is being replayed Wednesday, November 2nd at 9 p.m. The second replay is Sunday, November 6th at 3 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And now with our final numbers, Mr. Brandon Coverman.
Thanks, Dave. And first taking a look at the opposing Waynesfield-Goshen Tigers. 1 ace to them, 11 kills. Tate and Faraji has 7 of them to lead the team. On the flip side, for the Minster Wildcats, the victorious Minster Wildcats going to 11-12 on the season. They were led, they had 14 kills, 15 aces, very impressive, and 8 termination blocks for points. So not a lot of errors that Minster had to capitalize off. They created their offense. 9 kills from Lily Barhorst, 11 from Kayla Lamb, and 6 from Addie Inskeep, 2 for Kylie Williams, 1 for Lydia Mesher, 2 with Lana Pranger, 2 Megan Fortman, 1 for Candace Bergman, and it all spread around. And big win for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that, looking back at the keys that we get from Keyhole Pizza, and we get Coach Garman was nice enough to give it to us. I'm just looking back at it. Their 3 keys were play at their level. I think they started a little slow the few sets. Win the serve and pass game. They definitely won that with 15 aces. And high energy and lots of communication. And when you can do all 3 of your keys and then you can get everybody in, it was a nice night for the Wildcats.
Yeah, very nice night. And, you get this win, but I think you just wipe it away right away. You got Marion Local. You know it's going to be a tough task to go into the hangar and win, after they beat you early in the season. So, I think Coach Garman gets in the locker room, says we don't even need any time to celebrate. We got to focus. We got 1 day to practice, and we go into the game Thursday against Marion Local, clean slate. Anything can happen. It's tournament time.
Yep, it'll be 11-12 Minster heading into the hangar on Thursday night. One more order of business. Our player of the game tonight, we could have picked a lot of them for the Wildcats. We'll be bringing with our player of the game.
Addie Inskeep is player of the game here tonight. Could have went a lot of different ways. The last home game of the year, and definitely we will have a lot of basketball games to pick from. But, Addie Inskeep really kind of played in the background, not necessarily maybe one player that gets all the recognition that she deserves. But Addie Inskeep, nice night, 6 kills on the night. Played well overall. So Addie Inskeep, our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco.
Congratulations to Addie. Congratulations to the Wildcats. They win in 3 straight sets over Waynesfield-Goshen, 25-11, 25-8, 25-13. For my partner, Brandon Coverman, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.